So crypto, it is an asset, and assets are things that grow in value by themselves. As Bernie been talking about, stocks or commodities such as Are you excited about the idea that your money can work for you? There's never been a better time in history to implement what we are about to share with you. There's a lot of uncertainty going on in the world economics at the moment because of the war in Ukraine, and I can understand that. The question is, how can you turn the situation to your advantage so that, because I don't support what's going on, I'm not saying that's a good thing with war. Now, the war and the uncertainty in the world is a fact. So how can we make the best out of what's actually going on? That is the question. And in order for you to have the freedom that you really crave and desire, it's all about bringing in assets into your life. If you think the name of the game is bringing in more money, it's going to keep you in the hamster wheel. So we're here to share with you how you can bring in assets into your life, because that is what's going to give you that freedom. And investing is all about bringing in assets. So, hi, welcome. My name is Joachim, co-founder Catching Secrets, and I got with me my buddy and partner, Bernie. Hi, Bernie.
Catching. Hi, Bernie. Hi, Joachim. And hi, world. Hi. And hi, also the women. So today's Women's Day. Congratulations. And you are awesome.
Cool. And Bernie, what is on the agenda today?
So it's not just today. From now on, we are going live at least every week, and sometimes even more. It depends on what the financial world, the crypto world is telling us, what's happening there. And we are giving you an insight on a weekly basis. We are giving you an estimation of what's coming up, what's going on in the financial world, so that we get an overview of where to invest in, and also not just where to invest in, but where's our lives going. So, for example, currently during all the crises that we are seeing, first the COVID crisis, now the Ukraine-Russia crisis, or the war, and those things are bringing up other things, and those affect our lives. So, for example, now the energy prices are going up, and this will affect everybody's lives. So it's your life, it's my life, it's Joachim's life, because if anything that's depending on energy has higher costs, be it you at home, living at home, be it the production of your favorite coffee or your favorite drink, your favorite food, they all need energy. And if they have to pay more for the energy, you will have to pay more for their products. And so we are running through certain parameters on a weekly basis. We're giving you exactly an insight into that, why it is important to view them. And then you get an overview of what's going on. And I'm really excited to share what we have with you, and to make this a great opportunity for you to get yourself to a better person, and to get yourself aware of what's going on in the world. So we are watching some news. We are watching, I don't like news personally very much, because they are manipulating our society a lot. And I for myself think it's a good thing to watch the news either way, because the news gives us an overview again of what is the world believing, and what most people are believing is likely to happen. For example, if most people are believing that prices go up for example, oil, then it is likely to go up, because the demand of oil is going up. Everybody wants to buy oil, and then you will see higher oil prices. So we need to get an overview of what most people are believing in the world, and then we can estimate of where are we going. Good, let's dive into that right away. I have prepared some insights for you. Let's open up some, look.
While Bernie is opening that, let me remind you that we are no financial advisors. We do not provide advice. We only share our experience and what's working for us, and our results are not typical. And if we talk about particular investment opportunities, it's for illustrational purposes only. Remember to do your own research and invest with money that you can afford to set aside for this purpose. And we are happy to share with you exactly what's working for us. And that is why we are coming on here to share that with you, like what's working for us and how it could be a source of inspiration for you. So let's dive into it, Bernie.
Yeah, so the first page that I'm opening frequently is CNBC. They are giving me a nice overview of what's today happening. So here you see Biden says US will ban Russian oil imports in response to Putin's invasion of Ukraine, and so on. So I'm just running through those headlines that we're seeing here, getting a short insight of a short feeling of what's currently, what are the top topics today. I'm doing the same thing then on Yahoo Finance. So just opening Yahoo Finance. There you have the same things, the same headlines or similar headlines sometimes they are different. So I'm just running through it, getting a nice insight. We also have something for crypto that will, Joachim will show you that a bit later. And after I've run through the tickers, I know, for example, today that a huge topic and will be or is currently the Russian and the Ukrainian conflict. And Biden says US will ban Russian oil. So what does it mean? Russian oil will be banned from the world, basically, because, or maybe from the Western world, from Europe, from US. And so we can make our conclusions out of that. The price of oil will be going up because US is producing their own oil, but the oil that the United States are producing is generated through a process called fracking. And fracking means basically you are extracting oil from the soil, you're taking some earth from the ground, and then you are basically pressing it out until there's coming out some oil. And this process is very energy consuming, very inefficient, very uneconomical, and unecological, as it's not economic friendly, it's for environment friendly. And then they want to sell that oil, so they want to ask higher prices for that. That's why the oil prices is going up. Oil prices are going up. So we are seeing a shortage in Russian oil. Russian oil will be eliminated. Then we only have the US oil, which is expensive, and the demand for oil and energy is rising every year. So higher demand, lower supply means the prices are going up. That's a principle, a basic principle of everything. If there is a high supply and a low demand, it's likely that prices are getting really low. And if there is a low supply and high demand for a certain good or product, it's likely that the price will go up because everybody wants to have it and we don't have enough. Good. So we have the current situation of in energy prices are going up. What does it mean, for example, for gold, so commodities, gold and silver? If there is oil prices going up, if we are seeing the economy going down because everyone is expecting that energy prices are going higher and higher and higher, the production costs are getting higher and higher and higher. People don't earn more, so they earn even less maybe, so they aren't able to afford more expensive products, but the products are getting more expensive. So we have to read that, and then we are seeing people want to escape into some assets that give them certainty, security. And those assets are, for example, gold and silver. So demand for silver and gold is going up, but the supply of gold and silver is still the same. And this means because it's limited, it's physically limited. And this means the price of gold and silver is going up as well. So I'm just diving today. I'm just showing you a short overview of certain parameters that I'm investigating. And we are explaining to you every week a little bit more of why those parameters are important to us. And maybe if you are overwhelmed today and you're seeing things that you don't understand, maybe, then just keep watching our weekly catching up. You will understand it after watching a few episodes. We will try our best to explain it. And if you have still questions, feel free, please, to drop us a comment. Feel free to ask us, to drop us an email to client care in one word at kaching.net. We are happy to answer them in the weekly calls. So let's interact here. Good. I'm just running through some tickers, some measures. For that, I'm opening up TradingView. Is this software called? And I'm just hiding here the drawings for you so that it's even simpler. The first that I'm investigating is the so-called S&P 500. The S&P 500 here you see on the x-axis, you see the time. So here on the bottom you see May, July, September, November, and so on. And on the y-axis here, this is the vertical axis, you see the current index value. And what is the S&P 500? The S&P 500 consists of 500 biggest companies from the US, and they are just aggregated. They're just collected in one big basket, and then you look at that basket. Are all of those companies, are they going up? Are they going down? Or are they going sideways? So or most of them are, if most of them are going up, this index is likely to go up, for example. And that's what we are seeing here. We're seeing a curve, we're seeing here a graph that is pointing upwards with exceptions. So currently we are in an exception. So here, for example, today we are facing downwards. I have to draw, let me remove the drawings for you, because I have here old drawings. I will remove that so that makes it easier for you to watch it. So now we are seeing here that this index is going down. We are in a down move, giving me an interesting insight. So that most of the companies in the US, in the S&P 500, are suffering currently. The next that I'm investigating is the NASDAQ. The NASDAQ does the same thing. It takes into consideration 100 companies, but from the technological sector. So facing downwards as well. That means the technological companies, all the tech companies like Facebook, and Google, and Tesla, and Amazon, they are, if we're putting them all together in a basket, they are heading downwards. I'm taking the German DAX, which is the German index, and we are seeing a similar movement here. So all the companies, they are suffering currently. Then we're going to gold. Oh, and see what's happening here. Here we are seeing a huge up move. As we have discussed it before, a huge up move just recently when the crisis has started. So gold is an indicator. If we're in a crisis, the price of gold is going up. The next thing that I'm investigating is the so-called bond yield. So the bond yield, the US 10-year bond yield. That's a little bit more to talk about. For now, it's just important to know if this is going up, then a company that is based on growth, so most technological companies, they are based on growth, they will suffer if the 10-year bond yield goes up, and they will profit if the 10-year bond yield is going down. What else do we have here? We have the producer price index. So how are the prices evolving? if you're buying energy, if you're buying a bread, or if you're buying a milk, your daily milk, these are the prices that you have. These are the consumer prices. But those products, they have to be produced, and the producers that are producing that, they are reflected in the producer price index. So how much does it cost to produce a certain good? For example, how much does it cost to produce your milk that you're buying on a daily basis? And then you have the consumer price index, which is telling us what's happening with the prices for the consumer. So if you are going into the supermarket, how are the prices evolving there?
So this is inflation, right? How prices in society increases for us.
Yeah, it's basically reflecting the inflation. Yes. So you have inflation is also a topic that we will cover in the future. What is inflation? Why it's happening? But basically, that's reflecting also the inflation.
But you can see on the screen, prices increases year after year, and the only way to beat inflation is not through saving, but is through investing.
Absolutely. Thanks for pointing to that. That's absolutely true. If you are just saving your money, letting it sit in your account, it will disappear over the time. And in times like these, we are seeing it disappearing by at least 10% per year. So that means if you have 10,000 this year, you can buy just in the same amount for 9,000 for the next year. So if you're spending 10,000 next year, you're getting goods only worth 9,000 compared to today. So next thing is oil. I'm investigating oil. There's also energy prices are reflected by oil. There is also the gas price. As mentioned before, then I have the Bitcoin BUSD or US dollar price. This is also something that I'm interested in to watch. How is the Bitcoin price, the crypto world price developing? And the last two here, they are just investment opportunities. They're gold and silver, so-called ETFs or ETCs. And if you buy, for example, this one, the Sprott Physical Gold Trust, then you are buying real gold through a company. So you are investing into a contract, basically. And on the other hand, those people that are giving you the contract, they are buying for you gold and they are hosting it for you. So you are buying physical gold, but you don't have to store it on your own. That's a good opportunity to participate on the gold price. So it's just a short run over all the indicators, or most of the indicators that we are having a look on every week from now on. And now it's time for Joachim to take over for the crypto world. What's going on there, Joachim?
Yeah, in the crypto world as well, there is a lot of amazing investment opportunities. And the reason I say that because price has been going down and down and down, and mainly because there's been a lot of news on regulations, and people don't usually like that because crypto, it's digital currencies, digital cash, and it was created to give more power back to the people, to you and me. And in order for it to be decentralized, it means that it doesn't have to depend on our centralized system, on the government, on the bank. It's kind of living in the technology, in the world, in the cloud, on the internet. It's a separate thing from our traditional system. And that means with all these news on, okay, regulation, that is bad. And there's been lack of great, really, really great news. And with the uncertainty now, with the war going on, prices, yeah, we haven't seen an increase in price. So it's been staying low. The way I look at this is, yeah, there are opportunity to get in, and you have to do your own decisions. But let's have a look at what's really going on. You want to add anything, Bernie, before we have a look at the actual actual conditions, what's going on?
No, just move on. I'm really curious.
Cool. So
I'm really
yeah,
curious
first
what's
of
going on.
so crypto, it is an asset, and assets are things that grow in value by themselves. As Bernard been talking about, stocks or commodities such as gold, for example, these grow in value over time. And the same thing with crypto. There is a lot of money being invested into crypto projects, into these digital cash projects, but it's so much more than just digital cash. There are like new systems, new financial systems that can be created as a result of this, and many other technologies. Maybe you heard about NFT, like digital art. There's so much going on. But let's have a look what's going on. And what you can look at here is the chart of Bitcoin. Bitcoin is the mother of all cryptocurrencies. And you can see the price has dropped quite a lot. And what are we seeing? It's kind of some great news. And if you've never seen such a chart before, don't worry. As Bernie said, you will get familiar with it. But what we can see is the price going up and down. And the thing recently, since January, and first and foremost, like just see the price goes up, comes down, it goes up, it comes down. And this is what the wealthy people have realized. It cycles. History repeats itself. And the movements are sometimes bigger as well. You can see that in November, it was very much higher. But before that, it was lower. Before that, it was higher. It goes up and down. So the key is to tap into these opportunities, because that price movement is exactly what enables us to make profits, to bring in these assets that's gonna make us wealthy. So Bitcoin is down, and it's mainly following what's happening in the stock world, what Bernard just talked about. Now with Bitcoin, there is actually some strength because the price have had a very low point. It went up, came down again, a little bit higher this time, and then went up and down. And so far, it's still a little bit higher than the previous time. And that could be some strength showing here in Bitcoin. So with some great news, this could go up. And then it's all about taking advantage of the current situation. That's what we're doing.
You say something very important, if I may interrupt you shortly.
Please.
You said could, and that's a very important word here, because we can make only assumptions, and we are unable to predict the future. We can't just make assumptions based on the future, on the past, based on the psychology of people, and we have to be prepared for any scenario. So if our prediction, our prediction that we're trying to make, if it is going good, so if the price is going up, if it is giving us good profits, then we are taking those so we don't take our profits short. We let them run. We try to get as many profits as possible. And on the other hand, if it's going against us, so if our prediction is not fulfilled, then we have to implement a security mechanism that protects our money, that protects ourselves from getting losses, from getting into fear, from whatever. So, and this is where we are kicking in, and we are providing you money and risk management and strategies, for example, and checklists that are exactly giving you exactly that. Protect yourself from making losses, or from making many losses, or high losses, and taking a lot of profits, or as most profits as possible.
Exactly. It's all about mastering low risk, high reward investing, and making profits in investing is a lot simpler than most people think. All you need is a proven strategy, and that's what we got at Catching Secrets. Another big crypto, the second largest, is Ethereum. It follows the pattern of Bitcoin with some like minor details, but it could be a major thing. And what we see here is, as you can see, Ethereum as well gone up, comes down, goes up, comes down. We're actually going lower now than last time. So Ethereum isn't showing that much strength, to say. It's not like in the short term, it's not that promising that this is gonna get price movement. how I look at these prices going down, amazing. As long as we invest in something solid, then yeah, I look at these as great investment opportunities. There are other cryptos, such as, for example, Ripple, and these cryptos are also down. Now, Ripple is like, this is higher, as you can see, than the previous time. It was really down, but there is a huge gap towards the level that's been in the past, the highest level it had in the past. And that's the difference with Bitcoin and Ethereum. They move a little bit, and other cryptos, they can move much more. Like you can get a lot more percentages on other cryptos. With XRP, there's a lawsuit going on that creates uncertainty about this project. But what could happen if they're not like allowed to operate from the US, they could basically relocate the headquarters and they would be good being anywhere else. I'll mention one more ticker here. That's another one, a big project that is Cardano. The short name for that is ADA. Let me just pick here. Cool. And Cardano is also in kind of in a storm at the moment. You might see here that the price being continuously going down, down, down. There is some upwards movements on the way, but in overall is going down, 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 and down. And that is also because Bitcoin fans and Ethereum fans are attacking Ethereum after they made an update to their platform, and that update didn't perform as well as people hoped, so they're getting a lot of criticism. Now, Cardano is still doing a lot of development. It's a big project. So when people forget about the bad news, remember Bernie talked about people will look at the news and they will be affected by that, feel some emotions and do actions. And in this case, people losing faith, they start selling, price drop, and it could be an opportunity. And it's all about having a proven strategy, how to deal with this. Prepare yourself for what is coming up. So the crypto world is still massively down, and there are many opportunities there.
Absolutely, yeah, that's it. So, and this gives us opportunities. That's what we like. We want to have opportunities, and we are diving now right away into our catching up into the pie. So catching into the pie, into our pie challenge. And for this, I will share my screen one more time. I'm opening up here my Trading 212 account. If you haven't opened your account, if you don't know what the pie challenge is, just go to our YouTube channel. We will also blend in or put in the comments the link to the YouTube to the playlist. There you can learn everything about the pie. What is a pie? How to set it up? Why should we get a pie? And why is this a great opportunity for an investment? So having set up our pie, we are seeing currently this is the pie, and on the left side we are seeing notifications. So Trading 212 is giving us every time when we're entering it, when we're opening up our account, they are telling us what's currently happening. It's like a news channel. So they say, for example, high volatility, oil price skyrocketing, EU stocks pounded. So BBBY, so this is a single stock, source 100% after GameStop, blah, blah, blah. So just have a look on those notifications. They are giving you also nice insights and nice ideas what's happening currently. And then I'm investigating our pie again. For this, I'm going on the left side in this icon, and here you see our, if you just see investments, go to pies here, and then you see the pie. Currently, we are down 10%, but as mentioned the weeks before, we are seeing currently the financial world going down, 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 down. So it's natural that our pie is going down as well. Although I want to protect ourselves a little bit from the crisis, and therefore I will just add some holdings today, add another ticker today. Can you remember which one we mentioned before? It was physical, so Sprott, PHYS, which is a gold ETF for ETC. ETF and ETC, we will explain it in the future, believe me. So what's that? And I try to add that now to my basket, but I know that they are, so I'm going here to edit the pie, and then I can add some instruments. I'm adding here a slice, and now if you remember, it is physical. The ticker is physical. And if I'm watching here, this is the symbol, and I'm looking up the symbol here, and as you can see, I don't find it. So it may be sometimes that you are looking for a ticker and this ticker isn't available on Trading 212. What can we do then? For example, I'm just looking for gold because the ticker PHYS is representing an investment opportunity, which is investing in gold. And now there's popping up the iShares physical gold. This is also an ETF, as you can see here. That means exchange traded fund. And I just take this this ticker here, SGLN, and I put iShares SGLN into Google. And now it brings me to the homepage of iShares. I'm clicking on that website, and here I get an overview of what is that. What am I investing here? This is the investment objective, and it tells me that they are also investing 100% gold billion backing. So whenever you're investing in this physical product, in this iShares ETC, you are in the back end, you are buying physical gold. That's a nice opportunity. I think that's something we can take. I go to the plus sign here, and now it's added to my pie. I'm going to next. And as you can see here again, my total is now at 110% because our weight from all the other investments is unchanged. We have now to adapt the rest of those products. So let's draw that down to 20% here. UFP, for example, BioRed, I'm putting that back to 15, and now I have another 2% here. And now you see we're totaling again 100%. I'm saving. Why am I reducing those companies here? That's just by my experience, my feeling. If you want to have a formula for that, then reduce those companies that you have made profits with. So if you have made profits, reduce those that you have made profits with and start investing more into those that have made you losses, because it's likely that they will go up again, and then you can invest, and then you have invested at a lower level. So I'm saving this, and next week we are investing again into our pie, and then we are having a look on what's going on. Talking about investing next week, let's have a short look into our pie basket lock. Currently, last week we have invested less because we had first time with profits coming in, and the last time our pie was at 390. And let's switch again back to the pie. Today, this week it's 370. But as said before, we keep investing, we keep going, because if the overall market is turning, and now we're adding gold, so we have some security. If we are in a crisis, then we also can participate on this crisis in a certain way. So again, if you have any questions, feel free to ask in the comments. Feel free to drop us a line to clientcare@kaching.net. And I wish you an awesome week, and we will catch up next week again with hopefully some great news. So it seems that on Thursday there will be another negotiation round between the Ukraine and Russia. And if this is positive, so if they are coming to the conclusion the war will be over, then we will see a huge spike, in my opinion, in all the financial markets. It's crypto or stock or commodities. So everything will profit from that. Okay. That's it for me now. Joachim, anything to add from your side? You have to unmute yourself.
Let's do our catching move.
Okay. I wish you an awesome week.
Yeah. Drop us a like, comment. What was your biggest key takeaway? We'd love to hear from you and how we can support you on your journey to your next level financially.
Absolutely. So, and again, to all the women, congratulations to International Women's Day. We are celebrating you.
Cool. Okay.
Ching. See you. Bye-bye.
Please be aware, we are no financial advisors. We do not provide any advice. We only share our experience, and our results are not typical. If we mention any stocks, funds and other type of investments, it is for educational and illustrational purposes only. Most people are unable to achieve similar results to ours. If you want to achieve similar results, you have to commit yourself to systemize, to learn and to stick to the rules.